Dude, I might have to go vanilla. See, survey reports say that only a small percentage of people like the bigsleeter storylines. I think we should just cut the stories and go straight into the video. I like your thinking, big guy. I'm scared. Now, see, this is more up my alley. The Mario franchise is like the best-selling thing on this planet besides maybe health insurance. Everyone and their grandparents have played a Mario game. Whether you want to admit it or not, you've played a Mario game for at least 5 seconds. Mario games are some of the most beloved games of all time. They add a sense of joy and wonder to anyone that plays it. For the most part. However, there was a time in the 2010s where Mario got stale, monotonous, and even meta. Dude, if you're gonna talk about Mario, can we not refer to him as such Sonic? Wait a minute, are you being a pussy using the meta era as a way to keep your audience of mainly Sonic fans? Dude, why the hell are you in my TV? Don't deflect the question, Sean. Holy shit, is that Mario? In the late 2000s, Mario sort of went into this funk. Granted, I was 5, so most of my reaction to these games was, yeah, Mario Kart for the 7! But you look at this era of Mario, and it's like, yeah, that existed, I guess. I feel like you could classify this as anything, but I'm a Sonic fan, so we're calling it the meta era for Mario. A point where Mario and Nintendo were so full of themselves, they decided to go generic and bland. A mix of trying to give Mario more brand recognition and to stick to the core identity of his character, and the realization that bland sells more. And I pin the beginning of this era to... For the Wii, this game is the starting point of Mario's weakest era. Not because it's horribly generic or anything, I just think after the success of this game, Nintendo realized that more people came because of the familiarity of Mario's world. Like, Super Paper Mario might have intrigued people, but there's just not enough luck with Von Koopa. Now see, this is why I buy Mario games. This is one of the best-selling Mario games of all time, and you could definitely see why. The new Soup series was probably the most accessible Mario got to anyone. And I'm not gonna nitpick the game because at the time it was like, wow, dude, I haven't done this since like the first one. Or the 2006 one for the DS, because I have a DS. It's almost like Sonic 4 in a way, except if Sonic 4 was a good game. I have no idea why everything goes back to Sonic 4. Well, I think New Soup kicked off this weak point. I think the real beginning was definitely... Okie dokie. It's like watching your youngest become what you wanted the oldest to be. Brings a tear to my eye. This could be the name of any 3D Mario game. The first 3D Mario game on a handheld. That's original. 3D Mario games were ahead of the curve. They invaded the 3D platforming genres just like how the 2D games did for their respective genres. You find a foundation and you perfect it. It was how 3D Mario worked. 3D Land doesn't do a damn thing to innovate Mario besides innovating a dumb fucking gimmick. The game's whole gimmick is that the level depth sucks ass, so you have to crank that 3D slider up on the 3DS to get better, precise jumps. It wasn't even that hard. I beat it without 3D. You guys suck at this. Back in the late 2000s, early 2010s, people would gloat about how Super Mario Bros. 3 was the greatest thing since alcohol. You're like, hey, you got these difficult levels, amazing worlds, and a whole sling of power-ups with the front cover showing off Raccoon Mario in all its glory. We must get our old power-ups back, Mario fans cried, so Nintendo listened, and the starring power-up of this game is the Tanuki suit. Why the hell are you complaining? You asked for this. Dude, this isn't even Raccoon Mario. They better have an 8-bit level to make up for this. Thank God, man. I was worried this game was going to be bad. Look, if this was the direction 3D Mario was going to head, I'd have a lot more problems. And for a while, it seemed like they were going to go in this direction when 3D Land was getting smoked by its cooler younger brother. Then Nintendo says, fuck it, and goes back to what they were doing before. Actually, what ended up happening was that the developers went back to the flagpole idea in 3D from 64 and decided to change the game up with that. When they realized, well, I remember why we didn't add it in Super Mario 64. Nintendo just said, you're lost, do it again. And now look at it. One of my favorite 3D Marios.
Mario Kart 7!
What the hell was that segue? The reason to go back to Mario Kart 7? There was nothing. I never got this one. I had Wii and A growing up. I skipped this one no matter what. I'd be taken to GameStop and they ask me, are you sure you want Mario & Luigi Dream Team? We have Mario Kart 7 in the back. And I looked at them dead in the face and say, in 2024, I will make this video segment about this damn game. This game introduced a lot to the table while also being 5 feet from the table. It's as Mario Kart as Mario Kart can get. It's like the watered down version of Mario Kart Wii. The Vice City Stories version of Vice City. It introduced the kart customization feature. If it was interesting, I put more here. It has gliders too. Oh shit, I gotta buy this game. And that's all I had going for it. If you like Mario Kart, it's a good game. If you don't, then play something else. Like, you could play this. This game shows up when you look at the definition of monotonous. Waiter, more Raccoon Mario, please. Oh, that's where the Raccoon Mario was in 3D Land. They're too fucking similar to even fucking care. You know, at least 3D Land brings new shit to the table. It has unique ideas while being in the breadcrumbs of monotony. New Super Mario Bros. 2 is the breadcrumbs. Hey, breadcrumbs make a meal, buddy. Yeah, but having just breadcrumbs is just having breadcrumbs. If you don't have that nice, rich macaroni and cheese to accustom it, then it's just eating hard bread. You know, when you put it like that, it really gives me this weird feeling. Like you hate yourself? Yeah, exactly that. It's just body dysmorphia, you get used to it. Then you release another new Super game on the Wii U in the same year. Like, why release this one at that point? Like, at least this one's a launch title for Nintendo's first HD console. What a way to show off that power. There's worse Mario games. It's at least better than Lost Levels. That game's just bad. Hey, why did Lost Levels not release in the US? Because we lost the levels. Mario No, I finally gave this game a shot while taking 6 shots. My consensus? They have 8 other Mario parties before this. Play any of them. Actually, no, just play any other party game. We Play Motion has more substance than the sad turning point of a game. I could care less about the damn car if the design of the boards and the overall feel of the game felt like every other Mario Party game. It'd be cool to have over people and see them get super mad but still have to be in the same vicinity as you. So they have to stare at you while you chuckle behind their back. And even if the car was the main show of this game, at least have the option for normal Mario Party. At least Mario Party 10 introduces Bowser Party, which if executed right would have been an awesome idea. It's not. This game is just like every single Mario game that came out around this time. And this is somehow not the worst Mario Party. I think the convoluted tale of Mario Party in this era is more interesting than this game. Hudson Soft releases Mario Party, then a decade later ND Cube releases Wii Party, which is a clone of Mario Party. Then Hudson Soft, the original developers of Mario Party, released Oops Prank Party, a clone of Wii Party, which was a clone of Mario Party. Then ND Cube releases Mario Party games from now on, and then they create Island Tour, which was a clone of Wii Party, which was a clone of Mario Party, which already had a clone by the original Mario Party developers. If you replace the game with Wii characters, it's just Wii Party with like no fucking change. It gave me insight on all the issues Wii Party had. I think alone, these games are, well, I wouldn't say fine, but not adequate. They'd be okay if they released apart from each other. This is not okay. Paper Mario is the most beloved Mario spin-off series of all time. 64,000 Year Door is some of the most beloved RPGs ever made. And Super Paper Mario is just peak fucking fiction. This game is a spit in the face to all of the Mario franchise. From a design standpoint, this game blows. They wanted to get rid of the RPG elements because why have 2 concurrent Mario RPGs at the same time? But their method of doing this is like taking a platformer and removing all the platforms so you have a straight line. They stripped all the RPG elements of this game and kept the damn battles, but replaced the XP with fucking coin rewards. At least Color Splash has character to it. At least Color Splash has substance. I can deal with Color Splash's scuffed battle system because at least there's a little more of a reward than just fucking coins. With Origami King, it felt like they wanted to go back to the RPG roots of the series, especially with the commercial failure of Color Splash, but those restrictions were just holding them back. It was a chain holding the game from being better than it already was. Because Origami King is actually pretty good. Sticker Star is a bad video game. I don't give a fuck about the gameplay. This game's a lifeless game with not a single ounce of love and passion into it. Boo you. And then you have this weird point where Nintendo starts to try a little harder, but also not at the same time. The vanilla was still there, but at least they started to put some hot fudge into the bowl. Like 3D World is still one of my favorite 3D Marios. It has some of the finest platforming in the series. Like they perfected Mario's level design, and some of the ideas in this game were even in Odyssey and Bowser's Fury. The New Soup series seemed to die off, with the last game being New Soup U Deluxe. Paper Mario was having this slow and steady return to form with Color Splash, and then finally got good again with Origami King, albeit with its own kinks to iron out. And in recent times, I'm confident to say this era is finally over. Now we got a new Princess Peach game coming, Mario Wonder came out, a Mario RPG remake, and probably the most exciting of them all, a 1,000 Year Door remake coming sometime this year. It's like a Christmas miracle for Mario fans. I'm melting. What? Oh, God damn it, now the floor's wet.